Hi everyone, welcome to Ottawa's Most Unique. Today we are in the Overbrook community trying some of the best Lebanese food in Ottawa. What might that be? It's manouche or Lebanese pies. What is manouche? Well, it's a traditional Lebanese street food that dates back to the 10th century. And so it's been around for a long time. However, in Ottawa, there is a large Lebanese population and they brought as well their beautiful food, their beautiful culture, and we are extremely lucky to try some of the best food that I believe is on the planet. I love Lebanese food. There's no hiding it. Today we are trying some manouche at two amazing locations in Overbrook, Aladdin Bakery and Lebanese Zaatar and Cheese Bakery. What we are going to be trying today is, like I said, the manouche. Traditionally, the manouche is a kind of flat bread that's baked in a stone oven topped with zaatar, which is thyme, sumac, some salt, and some sesame seeds. However, I'm going to be taking it more of what they offer, what's their most popular dishes, which is the meat and cheese. So we're going to be combining the two into one pie and we're going to be trying them out. I'm really excited for this video, and if you are new here, please like and subscribe. Let's have a beautiful culinary journey together where we explore Ottawa restaurants and you can try it for yourselves afterwards. Let's go, bud. All right, we are here, everyone, with Aladdin Bakery, found on Saint Laurent Boulevard in Ottawa's East End in the Overbrook community. Now, this place was so busy, so much so that we couldn't even do the review in front of the place because there was so much foot traffic. So we had to come to a field nearby, take some beautiful shots here, and you know what? We found this, which is beautiful artwork and I think is really amazing to have. So we're here to have Lebanese pies, and I'm really excited to try this. But first, I'm gonna show this to you, and I will also tell you a little bit about the place. So we ended up talking to the owner's son, did not get a name. However, that business has been actually going for about 25 years at this point, which is amazing for the Ottawa community. And it shows just how much Ottawa residents love Lebanese food. So Aladdin Bakery is actually, the first location was on Carling Avenue in the West End. And then it was between, I believe, two cousins, and they split off to basically have a couple of locations. There's 3 locations of Aladdin in Ottawa. The original on Carling, the second one on Saint Laurent, and the third one in Orleans. So traditionally, manouche, as I said before, it is a food that is usually topped with zaatar, which is sumac, thyme, salt, and sesame seeds. However, we're doing something that's a bit more, has a more of like a Canadian fusion twist to it, because their most popular one is actually the meat and cheese one. Well, actually, it's meat and then cheese, and then I believe the zaatar one, but we decided to do 2 birds, 1 stone. So if I open up here, this is, don't be disturbed by how this looks. What you're seeing right now is the manouche flatbread, which is kind of like a traditional dough. Very simple: yeast, flour, water, bit of salt, and olive oil. Very simple dough. But what they do is that they actually cook it inside of a brick oven, okay? Give it that nice crispiness on the bottom here, okay? And topped inside with some meat and some cheese. So we're gonna take a bite of this and see how delicious this is. You ready? I know I am. There is something special about this manouche pie. There is something special about it. You know what it is? It's the explosion of flavors that you experience when you bite into it. Now, the only critique that I have to say is that this one particularly isn't really high on the crunch score. It's kind of floppy a bit here, right? But the edges are crispy and they give you that nice textural experience that you enjoy. However, the highlight of this manouche pie is the explosion of flavors that you get from the cheese, when you get from the meat. The meat is perfectly seasoned. It has everything that you want. Fatty, it's acidic, it is salty, it is just poignant, like it just wraps your taste buds, brings them along on a beautiful roller coaster of a ride, and takes you to La La Land so you can dream about this, hopefully when you sleep. That's how good it is. And what I love about the cheese, okay, is that at the end of the intense kind of punch that you get from the meat, the acidity that you get from the meat, you actually follow it with a nice salty, cheesy flavor at the end. So perfect. It's a great way to experience food. And you know what? You know what's the best part about this? Because it's Lebanese street food traditionally, you know, you kind of eat this on the go. This is extremely affordable. This costed us about $4. That's amazing. So as we do on Ottawa's Most Unique, we're gonna take a look at the score. As we discussed before, the vibe of the place, it's kind of family oriented. It's very small, but they push out a lot of product. They are on fire and they do business well. So the vibe is really nice, but what I love about this is obviously the food. And the food, for me, now, taking everything that I said into consideration, including the texture, you know, how it's not as crispy as I would like it to be, I'm gonna give this a 7.7. It's an amazing, beautiful mouth feel. The flavors are impeccable. The texture for me is just not as crunchy as I would like it to be, but a 7.7 on Ottawa's Most Unique score is beautiful. And this is a staple in Ottawa for a reason. So if you can, definitely check out this place. It's amazing. On to the next one. Let's go, bud. All right, everybody, we are here. Not really here. We're actually back to where we were because guess what? At Lebanese Zaatar and Cheese Bakery, there was yet again too much foot traffic for us to do our review outdoors, and it would be a crime, in my opinion, to do it in front of the door and let these people starve. We don't want that. So we are here, back here, but this time we have a different meat pie. And already you can see the difference just by taking a look at the pie itself. It's obviously much darker, meaning that it's cooked longer, right? So here's a little bit of a difference between Aladdin and the Zaatar and Cheese Bakery. So Aladdin has the firewood oven. They have a classic conveyor belt oven. It seems to have a really good product because, like I said, like we are looking for the type of crunch in this. I mean, it's a flatbread. Obviously, it's going to be chewy on the inside, but we want that crunch on the exterior, and that's what gives you that textural wonderland that you're looking for in a manouche. So, a little bit about the place. This kind of opened up 8 years ago, kind of a heart of the community, at least in that area. And the reason being is because it's right under some apartment buildings, and people come in and out. They just want a quick bite to eat. That's it, that's all. The place itself is nice, but it's one of those places where you just go for takeout. Nothing wrong with that. And what I like about this place is that the person behind the register, he was extremely welcoming, very friendly, so we had a great experience. All right, so this is the manouche. We're gonna take a look at it from Zaatar and Cheese Bakery. That looks wonderful. That looks wonderful. I can really see the herbs in the beef, in the meat. I know this is freshly made for sure. And the cheese looks thick. Looks like it really spread on there. It's a very generous portion too. I feel like there's much more filling in here than in the other one. So, I don't know, this might be a hidden gem. Let's take a look at this. Now, I'm gonna take a bite out of it. Which one should I take, left or right? This one? This one? Yeah, I agree with you. Let's go. All right, let's go, bud. Wow. All right, so here are my initial thoughts. Number one, wow, crunch. That's what I want. That's what I look for, and we got it. We got that crunch. Look, another one. Love it. Number two, filling, very generous. It is much more filled than Aladdin, in my opinion. I will say this is much saltier than the other one. So if you don't really like salt, I'd say if you have a salt aversion, definitely take this in consideration. I'm not gonna say it takes away from it, but it's definitely something that you notice. And I don't think that it's equally as balanced as the one from Aladdin, but I do have to say, the flavor is still very much there, and it's still acidic, and it's still fatty, and it has still all of the components. It's just much more salt heavy. And I'm really not disappointed with this. And in fact, this was actually cheaper than Aladdin. So again, really good bang for your buck. This is such an amazing dish. I love it. I really do. So having said all that, taking a look at the place, taking a look at the food, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. And the reason being is because it's very salt heavy, but it's still very flavorful. and the price is great, and the people are there are friendly. And that is all, folks, for Ottawa's Most Unique. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me where your favorite Lebanese pie is in Ottawa, your favorite manouche, because Ottawa is vast, it is great, it is big, and there's a lot of options for people who love great Lebanese food. So, this is Manouche, this is Ottawa's Most Unique, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya, bud.